What's up, guys? Welcome to Geek Done Right, the show where I talk about whatever it is I feel like. I'm Chris. Thanks for coming to geek out with me. And Callie's back! Yay!
I love coming on this show. It's so fun.
It's fun to do the show with you.
Yeah, I love it.
And the reason why Callie's on today is because we are going to be in celebration of Mother's Day. We are going to be talking about our top 3 favorite comic book mothers.
3 of them.
Yes, which this has been kind of an interesting topic. I mean, last year we talked about comic book fathers for Father's Day, and we did tech for moms. This year I figured that we could do comic book mothers.
Yeah. And like initially, it's hard to think of somebody whose mother is in their life in the comic books. There's so many that have these tragic reasons why their mothers aren't involved, and it's like, But once you start looking for them, they're there. They may not be kind of the traditional mother, but we'll talk some more about that.
Starting us off with number 3, we decided on Aunt May.
Aunt May.
Yeah.
She's so great.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, Aunt May is really amazing, not just because of the fact that she and Ben took in Peter Parker when he basically had nobody else. I mean, that's amazing alone when it's not your child but you raise them as your own. But then after Uncle Ben died, she still was a great support and a great comfort. Like, she didn't just fall apart. She was still strong. Of course, you know, Uncle Ben dying was a tragic thing, but she really did, I think, help Peter have the strength that he needed in order to be the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, and really come into his own. You know, he needed that stability at home to be able to deal with all the changes that were going on with his body and with all this responsibility. And if he hadn't had that stable upbringing that Aunt May helped provide along with Uncle Ben, I mean, I don't think he would have handled things well at all.
True. Coming up on number 2, Martha Kent, aka Ma Kent.
Yes. So again, not the biological mother, but raising this son as if she were his mother, and doing an amazing job of it. Again, one of these like just salt of the earth, just doing what was right and teaching her son the same thing, those same principles, and to take care of people and to protect them. I mean,
both she and Jonathan were a big reason why he's the Boy Scout that he is.
Right?
I mean, she instilled in him a lot of good things, and she truly loved him as if he were her own son. And in all honesty, they were able to fulfill the desires of Kal-El's parents.
Wow.
Because they believed that he could be something great. They believed that he could do good on Earth, and that's one of the reasons why they sent him to Earth. And as fate would have it, he got some of the best parents in the game. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, Pa Kent did die of a heart attack in the comics, but that also shows the strength of Martha Kent. She kept moving forward, and she was even worried about Clark not moving forward in his career and things like that, and coming back and helping at the farm. She's like, I don't want your help at the farm. I can take care of the farm myself. Right.
They were like supportive for each other and just had a really comfortable relationship, which I really appreciated. That's it's an important aspect of being a mother, is being able to have that connection with whoever your children choose.
Yeah, absolutely.
I liked that.
Yeah. Okay, now for number 1, and we've looked at a bunch of different lists and things like that. We've talked about this, and the one that we've picked as number 1 is not the most popular opinion, but we think she's pretty fantastic.
Nah.
Yup, we're talking about Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman.
Yeah. So one of the reasons I really like her is that I didn't know much about her because I haven't seen really any of the Fantastic Four movies.
You're not missing much.
Yeah, so I don't think they've really done this character justice in bringing her to the masses. People like me who don't really, read comic books all that much. So I would really like to see a good rendition of the Fantastic Four that really introduces Sue Storm to the world because she's really a remarkable person. So correct me if I'm wrong, everybody who knows more about this story, but from what I understand, so she was raised by her parents. Her mother got into a car accident, was badly injured, and passed away. Her father, who was a physician, took up alcohol, ended up accidentally killing this loan shark, and then he gets sent to prison, and so he's kind of MIA, and she has to pick up the pieces and raise her brother basically on her own.
Mm-hmm.
So she's mothering from the time she's a teenager, trying to be there for her brother,
and that couldn't have been easy because we're talking about Johnny Storm. The Human Torch is a character and a half. Yeah, he really is. He gets his head on straight a little bit later on, but
imagine if Sue hadn't been there. Well.
Yeah, what kind of person would he have been if Sue hadn't really taken that mother role on? Yeah. And then she married Reed Richards, and they got pregnant.
Yeah. Had a really difficult pregnancy. They kind of had to work through that and do some sort of superhero stuff to make that pregnancy work, and had this child. The name of their baby is Franklin, and he has a lot of abilities. He's very powerful. Yeah, Franklin was born fine, but then at some point, from what I was reading, he kind of has his abilities get unlocked earlier than he can really handle them, and so Reed Richards decides that he's going to shut down their son's brain without talking to Sue first about it, which Sue is really angry, and they actually separate for a little while because she's so upset that her husband didn't talk with her, which I think is really relatable for a lot of us.
True.
We want to be consulted. We want to be part of these,
especially when it comes to our children.
And so I think having something that's so relatable in the comic books, something that most mothers will be able to resonate with, that's really cool. Kudos to the writers who kind of built in that relatability for her. And then her second pregnancy actually ends in a stillbirth, which is also, losing a child is also something that a lot of women have gone through and can relate to, and allows her again to show that strength and that resilience as she kind of manages that loss. And then they find out that it was some sort of time shift thing, and the baby actually comes back, and she has to join up with one of her arch nemesis, Dr. Doom.
Yes.
In order for the pregnancy and the delivery to work. And so again, that's kind of this setting her own needs and personal desires aside in order to do what's best for her children and to take care of them.
All of that sounds to me like a good reason for her to be number one. Well, that's going to wrap things up for this episode of Geek Done Right. Hey, so who's number one on your list? Or go ahead and tell us your top three. Put that in the comment section down below. And please make sure to smash that like button. It helps out so much. It makes me ecstatic and happy. Trust me, I'm checking.
Yep.
If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. But if you want to be notified of when new episodes come out, you gotta hit that bell. Just be ready for more episodes from Geek Done Right. Because they're coming, I promise you. I got some good ones lined up.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Yes, happy Mother's Day.
And to all the women who serve as mothers, even if they didn't biologically bear the
Yes. Even if you're in the role of mother, though you didn't birth them, We love you. We appreciate you. Happy Mother's Day. May this be the happiest one of all. Until next time, y'all take it easy. Peace.